with stress, chronic illness, or pain, we know just the thing to help you out.
Stress is something that can kill you. We know that we all suffer from some form of stress or another, even college students to our veterans coming back from the war on terror, business people, business professionals, medical professionals, all have stress to deal with in one form or another. And a first of its kind program making the rounds here in East Texas hopes to put a dent in some of that. Scott Martin, you to tell us more about it. Nice to have you with us.
Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, thank you.
Tell us about the program, where it started, where did the impetus behind this thing come from?
Sure, John Kabat-Zinn was a molecular biologist with a PhD from MIT that started the program in 1979 at the University of Massachusetts Medical. And he basically went towards chronic pain patients first and said, you know, we've got this program that if they're not getting any better, then bring them to us. It's an 8-week program that includes different aspects of mindfulness, including meditation, yoga, some group dynamics that basically normalizes the process and teaches people how to go internal and deal with stress in very effective ways. And he had some very significant results. In the last 5 years, the literature has really just kind of blown up. In fact, Harvard did a study a couple of years ago where they actually tracked the fMRI brain changes, and after an 8-week program showed structural changes in the brain in areas associated with learning, memory, emotional regulation, you know, basically executive function. So in other words, we're talking about if we focus our attention in a particular way to be present in a way that resonates with us, we can enact brain changes that help us with the way that we process our well-being.
So this isn't like a massage. It's not like you go in and you relieve stress temporarily. This is like a life-changing stress alteration where you can learn to control your stress, right?
That's a very good way to put it. I mean, we're actually talking about the mechanism that shifts from being in the present to us being in the story. Most of us are, you know, are lost in the doing, where we're lost in the past or we're lost in the future. And we all know that being here now, showing up for your life is, you know, one of the most important things. Well, there's different areas of the brain that are actually lighting up if we're present, as opposed to being lost in that self-referential story, that narrative aspect. And so these are exercises that actually decenter our consciousness in a way that allow us to build a muscle that allows us to shift a lot easier, as opposed to, you know, having to stick a crowbar in our brain to get back to the present moment.
You mentioned about having stress having effect on our veterans and our wounded warriors coming home from that, but also you mentioned about this is something you really can, for lack of a better word, sell this obviously to industry, because this stress will make a difference, or getting rid of stress will make a difference in the bottom line here, in the company's bottom line.
It is. We're wanting to expand into a lot of different directions in the next year or so. I mean, this is a program that's new to East Texas, but it's certainly not new to a lot of other areas. It's currently in over 250 hospitals worldwide. It's going into different areas, like you said, of industry, education, psychiatry, a lot of different areas. We are wanting to create a mindful warrior program, and we're working on a grant right now to specifically get that funded, where we're putting together a program that's geared just specifically towards veterans.
Oh, good. Wonderful.
To deal with anxiety, depression, and PTSD.
Now, for some folks, money is a huge stress factor, but you guys have this program, you know, pretty inexpensive. I mean, it's about $290 to $425, but you also are willing to kind of manage that for folks with less income, right?
Right. Well, we have a financial aid application, and we do want to make sure that it's affordable for people if they really are in dire need. But then again, we only have so many slots that we can fill. So a portion of that is we want to have people that are in need, that really want to do this program, that are dedicated to doing the program, apply, and we can normally give quite substantial discounts for that. We also have a financing option where basically that people can pay it out over 6 months. It's not really a credit aspect, it's more of a credit card or debit card type of scenario.
I'm looking at a